Hey guys, it's Jamie here, and today I would like to show you a very quick junk journal project that you can do in a day or even a morning. I'm going to use some of our kits just to show you how versatile they are, but I will explain to you how you can use everyday items that are already in your house to do a similar project. Therefore, this video is about the structure and putting it together. What I've done to prepare for the video is I've printed up our first basic envelope template onto our latest kit, which is the America kit for July the 4th or holidays this summer around America, family albums, that type of thing. So it's a set of papers and fussy cuts and things like that. I've only taken a very limited range of those papers. I've printed on both sides, which means I've run the paper through the printer once with one design, run it through on the reverse, and then run it through a third time with the template on it. Printed everything on the red spot to be the inside of an envelope and the red and blue stars to be the outside. These were printed on 120 GSM, which is a good quality paper but not cardstock. On cardstock, 200 GSM, which is a lightweight cardstock, I've printed a different paper on one side and the plainer paper that you could use for writing on the other. I also have a small tray of scraps from previous projects and the previous America kit journal that I've done. And there will be, as you can see from some of these templates, bits of scraps to add to that. In addition, I have the words from the America kit, because I got those ready for the previous project and didn't really use them. And from our America fussy cut kit, so although with the main one you do get fussy cuts, you can see that in my videos and photos, we did an additional fussy cut kit for more choice with 72 different images. I've printed some of those up. I probably will not use all of those. That is a quick run through of the materials I have. Let's translate that to something that isn't using a kit. You could just have envelopes. You could just have card or coffee stained paper, or you could take our envelope template, and I'm using number 1, and use it with a different one of our kits. There are options within this video. What we're going to do next is make up one of the envelopes. I'll give you some measurements for the card that I've cut. So I folded it first. Width-wise, the card is 10 centimeters or 4 inches by 14 centimeters or 5.5 inches. When it comes to making up the envelopes, on your template there are actually some very thin dotty lines. Score along those lines and start to fold it up. The way the envelope goes together is actually so that flat side goes on top of the 2 triangular corners, and this becomes the piece that you would put down if it was a normal envelope. I'm finding it slightly easier to ink before I glue. We're going to run a very thin bead of glue down those 2 sides, not the top, seal it down. And we've made our envelope. Once it's cut into the shape that you want, you could round those corners if you wanted to. You ink along every edge, including the crease, and then you do the same on what will be your inside. Once you've got your envelopes made up, and I've got 8 all together, we're going to put them into the journal shape in the simplest and quickest way possible, which is to take one envelope, put some glue along the edge of one flap, slide that into the envelope opposite it, make sure everything folds, and then add glue and bring that over. Once you have all 4 together, because you're putting them into each other, you're not going to get perfect alignment there. This is to make a very quick journal, so that really doesn't bother me, having different size pieces. Then what you can do is take some blue elastic cord, and because it's elasticated, you're not going to need too much of this. You're going to wrap it around the whole thing and tie a knot, and that is your basic envelope journal pulled together. Now we're going to decorate the front of each of these notelets. I like to use scraps and themed things in groups of either 3, 5 or 7. I should have 5 items that I've already pre-stained, all slightly different sizes. Put it all down, for example, like that. Let's examine why we knew that would work. One reason is because we're all within the same colorways as the background. Another is that we've layered things at different levels and we've gone diagonally across, and that we've made the fussy cut the central focus of that background. If we follow that basic idea, it should be pretty easy to put a quick decoration onto the front of the notebook. Let's take another piece of paper, and this time we'll go for more of a square shape. I'm seeing what I have in here that's within the color palette of our background. Let's say we just did 3 pieces this time. Can we make that look effective? That looks like it would work. One reason that works is I've left a small white border around the fussy cut and not stained the border, which means it becomes the focal point. With this one, the reason I chose to do the layering directly on top of each other is because this has stripes and this has stripes. So it was a way to break up that effect by having plain pattern stripe. We've done 5 using 2 of the fussy cuts, and as you can see, the majority of the stripe is placed against a different background to the stripe background to help those still pop out visually. So with this one, we've done 7 pieces, lots and lots of scrap paper, even mounting the word against a piece of scrap, so we've still kept our odd numbers, but that is 7. This time, to switch it up, everything's against a plainish background, and instead of putting the word to the bottom, we've put it to the top, but it's still 3 pieces. Again, we've used the concept of 3, but this time we've done it at angles. Let's have a quick look through the cards that we've made, or the booklets that we've made, very, very quickly using simple collage rules. When these are fully dry, they're going to go into the envelopes. And I'll be decorating the envelopes in a similar fashion. I changed my mind about doing the collage on the envelopes as well, because we've already done collage on the cards. However, I have put the cards in, and I will show you what I've done on the envelopes. I've done a nice big front cover picture, and then on the actual envelopes themselves, I've just done one big fussy cut. So out of the fussy cut choices, I've taken some of the bigger ones and just made a feature on parts of the envelope, and then at the back made it more central. So that's the back and front, and that is a very, very quick envelope journal that actually has 8 journaling cards, so ideal for vacations. Also, because you do have the elastic in here, you can add vacation memory, receipts, that type of thing. If you're not a big writer, you can write a few words and put photographs into your cards. There's all sorts of ways this can be used as a little vacation style journal. I hope you enjoyed that tutorial, and I will see you very, very soon. Bye.